Welcome back, fight fans. In today's video, we've got a packed lineup of headlines. First off, Stephen Thompson did not receive his show money for canceled UFC 291 fight. Next, Alex Pereira wants UFC trilogy with Israel Adesanya at middleweight. In addition, Conor McGregor to make UFC return in December. And last but not least, Tony Ferguson issues statement following loss to Bobby Green at UFC 291. Stephen Thompson reportedly did not receive his show money for his canceled UFC 291 fight against Michel Pereira. Last weekend, Stephen Thompson was scheduled to lock horns with Michel Pereira at UFC 291. Unfortunately, as a result of Pereira missing weight, the contest was called off. It seems as if there was talk of the bout still going ahead, but Thompson didn't want to take that risk, which is what he did when Darren Till missed weight for their collision at UFC Liverpool a few years back. Thompson is one of the biggest fan favorites in the UFC and in all of mixed martial arts. So then, you can imagine fans and pundits alike were frustrated to see this all unfold. As per Mike Bone, it seems as if the veteran didn't actually receive his show money for the Pereira bout despite making weight. This is what he wrote. Stephen Thompson didn't receive his show money despite making weight for his canceled UFC 291 bout versus Michel Pereira, per source. Last weekend, Alex Pereira defeated Jan Blachowicz via decision in his light heavyweight debut. While he's certainly interested on hunting down another title at light heavyweight, he also hasn't forgotten about his rivalry with Israel Adesanya. Many fans have since been asking about the possibility of a trilogy between them in the future. In the eyes of Pereira, that'll happen eventually, but not at light heavyweight. This is what he said. Before my last fight happened, when I made weight, I told the guys that I was going to take a break from the weight class for now. It was getting hard a little bit, making weight in a short span of time. So I went up to light heavyweight now. I want to do one more fight at light heavyweight, take some time from all those cuts, and then I actually want to fight in the lower weight class again, middleweight. In my mind, we stand at 1-1 in the middleweight division. I claimed one victory at middleweight, and Israel took the other. So, it only seems fair to have a trilogy match in the same category. Some surprising rumors about Conor McGregor's potential return have been doing the rounds of the internet for the last few hours. McGregor's comeback has been hanging in the air for a while now due to a complicated situation with the USADA. Conor has been out of the testing pool since 2021 and recently missed his deadline for submitting a sample that would make a return nearly impossible this year. However, McGregor has hinted at a return by the end of the year time and again in since-deleted tweets. This is what he wrote. Let's destroy Michael Chandler in December. Also, a Dutch news outlet named Main Event subsequently claimed to have confirmed from sources that Conor McGregor is targeting a return in December. As per their sources, a date or an opponent is yet to be finalized for Conor. Tony Ferguson has issued a statement following his submission loss to Bobby Green at last night's UFC 291 event. Saturday's Ferguson vs. Green bout resulted in a solid back-and-forth affair. Tony Ferguson was able to drop Bobby Green with a right hand in the opening round, but Green stormed back to dominate round 2. In the late stages of the third and final round, Ferguson went for a takedown but ended up giving Green top position. From there, Bobby promptly locked up an arm triangle choke which eventually put Ferguson to sleep. Shortly following his 6th consecutive setback, Ferguson took to Instagram where he issued the following statement on his loss to Green. This is what he wrote. Walked into the Delta Center to show the world I was back on track. The preparation for this fight was exceptional, and it was one of the best camps I've had. As the fight began, I was in the zone, flowing and feeling confident. Bobby knew the direction of the fight, and I believe he knew what he was doing when he poked my eye. He has a big history of moves like this. It significantly impaired my vision, making it difficult to see clearly out of my eye. Despite this eye poke, I never considered stopping the fight, although the doctor wanted to. Throughout my career, I've always pushed through challenges and never given up. This time was no different. Unfortunately, in sports, setbacks like this are part of the journey. While I won't use the eye poke as an excuse for the outcome, I know for a fact I have more to give. Moving forward, I plan to work closely with Dana Hunter and my entire team to assess what's next. I'd like to take a moment to say thank you to my wife, my family, and my fans. Your support means the world to me, and it's what drives me to keep pushing forward and striving for greatness. Thank you all for being by my side through the highs and lows of this sport that I love. Eye appointment tomorrow, some recovery, and back after it soon. Love you all. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. We greatly appreciate your support and interest. If you enjoyed the content and want to stay updated, please don't forget to subscribe. Your involvement helps us continue producing and sharing more valuable content with you. Once again, thank you, and we look forward to having you as part of our community.